Hey there, it's Jen for Hip Kit Club. Today I am using the November kits to scrap this photo of my niece and nephew playing out in the snow. We had Thanksgiving with my family on Saturday, and it dumped a ton of snow between Thursday and Saturday. So the kids, while dinner was cooking, played outside, and I just thought it was cute and funny. So I'm going to scrap this photo. I've pulled a bunch of stuff that I'm going to possibly use. I'm not exactly sure, but I am for sure going to use these two snowflake cut files that should be in the shop today or tomorrow. And so definitely check them out. There are some gorgeous cut files, and these are very intricate. This was the smallest I found I could go. I tried to cut some smaller ones and it didn't quite work out because they're so intricate, but they're gorgeous, and I think it would look really pretty to do a huge one too. But I'm going to use these. I have a partially cut vellum one somewhere as well that I'm going to use. I'm also going to use this snowflake kind of background stencil with some of the Nouveau Glimmer paste that came in the December Documented Color Kit, and possibly some of the crystal drops that came in that kit as well. I'm going to go silver with this page and just make it snowy and fun. I pulled, like I said, a bunch of different die cuts and pieces that I might use and papers, so we'll see where this goes.
So I'm going to start by picking out what paper I want to use. I at first thought I was going to use a white background, but then this wood grain just happened to be perfect, and I had accidentally cut my snowflakes on what I thought was white cardstock, but it was really a light gray, and it matched that wood grain perfectly, and so I just went with it, and it turned out really cool. So I am going to use that wood grain for the background, which is a Hip Kit exclusive pattern paper. I mounted my 5x7 photo on some white cardstock, and now I am thinking about adding that Nouveau Glimmer paste to the background. I want to see what it looks like against the wood grain, so I pulled out a 3x4 card and tried it on that first, and it was glorious. And so I am just scraping it through the stencil here, and I'm going to do it in a bunch of different spots so it pokes out from all around the photo. And this stuff is just beautiful. It's so sparkly and pretty, and this snowflake stencil is really awesome too. Anyway, I love this paste. It's gorgeous, and it doesn't take a super long time to dry, but I am going to I set it aside to dry for a little bit. And so while I do that, I am going to I'm trying to see if I don't want to waste any of that glitter, and so I just decided, since my stencil had some left over on it, I just decided to press it onto another piece of paper to see if it left anything interesting, and it wasn't that great, but it's okay. So I'm going to work on figuring out how I want to do my title. And I thought I would use those 3 words, wonderful holiday fun, and those came from the word stickers that I think are in, I can't remember if they're in the main kit or the embellishment kit, but they're really cute, and I have been playing around with using them in different ways. So that holiday word actually came from the word holidays, and I just left the S off. And I'm thinking about using that puffy sticker that's a cat because I think it's super cute. And I'm just kind of pulling out everything that I had set aside in the beginning. And I'm gonna, I set my page aside to dry for a little bit. It needed a minute. And now I'm back and it's dry enough for me to work on. So I'm thinking this would be kind of cute to do my title like that. And looking back at it now, I could have made that work, and I think it would have been really cute. But then I had this idea to kind of nestle the title in the white space of that photo, kind of in the door. And it doesn't fit exactly, but I think it looks really cool. And I'm going to need a little bit of something more to go with it. And so I'm trying to figure out what that could be. And so while I'm thinking about it, I am going to play around with some of the trees. And I just love these trees. They're so cute. I used them on my last layout too. And I'm also pulling out the snowflake transparencies that I think came from the embellishment kit. I'm kind of all over the place in this video. Like, my ideas were just bouncing around from one to the next. So I'm trying to see what can fill in that space above my title, and I think maybe just a few snowflakes there would look nice. I'm not exactly sure yet. I decided to pull over some scraps of this snowflake paper that I had from the kit, and I'm punching out some circles around the snowflakes, and I thought maybe I would use those, but I don't. And so I'll just set them aside and maybe I can use them on another layout. I like the idea of having those punched out and ready for me to use if I want. I'm looking at some of the puffy stickers, the leather stickers. Here are those word stickers again, just seeing if there's anything that I could add to my title. And I think maybe I can do Holiday Fun to Remember because that's pink. The pink in this kit doesn't exactly match my niece's little coat. It's more of a fuchsia, her coat is. And so I decide not to include any pink. And in the end, I really love how that makes her stand out and it draws your eye right into the photo. So if you have a color in your photos that does not match your embellishments, that's a good way to take it. Just use everything else that goes with it, but don't use the colors that almost match or whatever. Just leave those out and it will draw your eye to the photo. So I'm going to go ahead and get my photo placed down. I thought about adding more papers in behind this, but I think I just like the white and I'm going to add a lot of embellishment around it. So I'm just using some adhesive foam on the back, just cutting it to fit. I like to buy the kind that has adhesive on one side and then you add adhesive to the other side. And it doesn't matter what color it is because you're not going to see it. And I'm just using some double-sided tape to glue that. That's what I'm going to use for the adhesive to glue it to the background. I wanted something a little bit sturdy because it's going to adhere to the that glimmer paste, and it kind of has a rough texture, and so I just wanted to make sure it would stick down. Although I didn't put any of the texture paste in the center, so wherever the adhesive touches that center part, it should stick really well. So just peeling that off. Then I stick my photo down and now I'm going to start arranging these snowflakes. And the two large snowflakes, the cut files, I'm going to place those first and I want them to be next to the photos, slightly overlapping. So I put one on the right and one at the top left. And then my little vellum snowflake is going to go above that top left one. And I'm just gluing down some of the parts of the snowflake that overlap the photo because I don't want them to pop up too much, and they were. And so I'm just gluing down little pieces of that. I don't want them to be completely glued down because they are almost the same color as the background. It works better if I let them have a little bit of shadow and dimension so that you can see them a little bit better. It's a very nice effect. So now I'm putting my title down and I decided to put a little bow sticker above it, and I think that worked out really well. The bow sticker is gray. What I love is that word fun. It's kind of like a bluey color. It's like almost like a gray blue, and it matches the color of the door in my photo, which was white, but you know, the shadowing and stuff. And so I decided to just make this kind of a monochromatic layout. So again, instead of adding in any of the pink that doesn't really match, I'm going to focus on the grays and blues and then add in just a little pop of that kind of aqua color. So I'm going to create a row of trees along the bottom of my photo, and some of them will be popped up and some of them will be flat to the background of the layout. So I'm going to put foam squares on some of them and to give them a little bit of lift, and then the other ones will kind of tuck behind. So the one that goes over the photo, because the photo's popped up, I'm putting adhesive squares on one side and then just gluing it straight to the photo on the other side. And these little trees, seriously, they're so cute. So I'm just going to play around with the arrangement of them to get a nice look. It took me a minute to to get it where I wanted it to be. For some reason, it just wasn't coming together for me. I think it works well if you put like some larger trees in the back and then some smaller trees popped up in the front. But I also wanted to have it kind of taper off so that the right hand side had the smallest tree. And then I realized I wanted to carry it over to the other side of the photo. And my dilemma came in that I didn't have another kind of aqua colored tree, and that's what I really needed to carry over to the other side. And so I'm playing around trying to figure out how I can make this work. I grabbed those little stickers from the embellishment kit, and there was an aqua tree on there, but it was so tiny it just didn't work. So I'm playing around still with the leaves on the right hand side. I decided to go with this gray one overlapping the photo, just like I have a gray one overlapping the photo on the other side. And then I am going to play around for a minute trying to figure out how I'm going to make this work. So I bring back that little tiny tree. It's so small. Looking at it now, I guess it looks okay, but it needed to be slightly bigger. So I just decided to cut that huge tree and just use a portion of it. And I am going to grab the stem or the trunk off of one of the other trees and glue it to the bottom. So I'm doing a little bit of surgery here, and it doesn't look exactly right because it doesn't have the white border around the bottom, but it looks good enough. Like, you're not going to notice if you're just looking at the page. And the stem that I had, or the trunk that I had chosen, was a little bit too big, so I chose a smaller one. And now I am going to go ahead and glue that down. And I decided to mimic the other side and use that small tree sticker for the very edge piece, just so it kind of mimics the other side. And there you see it happening. And it's like similar, but it's not exactly the same. I wish that the left-hand side kind of went over a little bit more, since the right-hand side looks a little squishy, but it ends up looking fine. I don't change anything. So I'm going to use some of this heart stickers found on various pieces from the kit, and I'm going to put them on some of the trees. So I put a big blue one on the gray tree, kind of a light aqua one on one of the darker blue trees, and then a brighter aqua on the other gray tree on the side. So I like the way that looks. And now I am grabbing some of the snowflakes that I had pulled from the sticker sheet. They have the same kind of colored background, and I filled in the space on top of my photo with that. They have that gray color as the background, the same gray color as the background. Goodness, I can't speak. And I'm going to use 3 of the black, they're like almost a grayish black snowflakes from the transparencies. And I stuck them through my Xyron sticker maker so that they would have a clear, even coat of adhesive on the back. And that way I don't have to figure out how to adhere them. It works really great for smaller embellishments, so I love that thing. And I stuck those in 3 different places. And I decided to replace the O in holiday with one of the little circles from the puffy stickers, and I really love the way that looks. So now I am going to stamp on my background. I'm trying to decide if this is a good color of ink. I decide that it is, and I stamp it directly on my background. It's kind of a bluish gray. It's Distress Oxide in Weathered Wood. And I also decide to stamp several snowflakes all around the layout using the snowflake from, I can't remember if it's from the main kit, the embellishment kit, the PL kit. I have all the kits this month. And so I can't remember where the stamp set's from, but of course I'll link to where you can find all the stuff in the kits below. When I was trimming the border strip off of the bottom of my paper, I think I needed a new blade on my trimmer because it ripped. So I knew I wanted to put something at the bottom of the layout, and I just ended up using the border strip that was on the layout in the first place as kind of another little pop of black down at the bottom. So I have some silver thread, and I thought maybe I would do some thread nests underneath some of my snowflakes, but I wasn't loving the way it was looking. So I decided instead to just add some fun little details with the silver thread. And what I end up doing is in each of those tiny little snowflakes, I'm going to do a French knot. So basically you go up through the back of the paper, you wrap the thread around the needle like 3 or 4 times, and then you go back down through the same hole. Here is a closer up photo of how that looks. You can kind of see it in the photos here. It's a fun little detail. It catches the light. So after I was done doing that with all the snowflakes, I also stitched a line of silver stitching along the bottom border. And now I am writing my journaling. I decided to use a white pen and write on top of my photo in that space on the photo. And I really love the way it looks when you write on a photo if you have the correct space for it. And if you print at home on glossy cardstock or on glossy photo paper, it works really well. It kind of grabs the ink. It doesn't work as well on like matte photo paper from like a photo company, but it works really well on photos that I print at home. So I do that quite often. So now I am grabbing those Nuvo crystal drops, and I am going to go to town with these things. So I'm going to decorate the snowflakes. I added a dot to the center and then some dots on the little pieces radiating around. And I decide to add a whole bunch of dots all over the background, kind of like snow. And so I'm going to do that now. I'm adding it in lots of different places. I'm still adding some to the snowflakes here. And I need to glue down one of the snowflake, what do you call that, arms? One of the arms of the snowflake, because I want the Nuvo drops to dry flat so that they don't, if you let them dry flat, they'll have this nice rounded circle look. So here's where I decide to add them all over the background. And the thing I love about these is they're kind of like enamel dots, but you can make them as big or as small as you want. So I'm going to put them in various sizes on the background. I also add them to my trees in several places. They look really awesome. You'll see in the close-up photos, it just looks really great. It's a nice silver color and I really love it. I also added some to the center of my bow, and here I'm just adding more on the background. Some teeny tiny, some a little bit bigger. I love that you can make them as small as you want. I find that it works best if you kind of hold it straight up and down. I would practice before you get going with the crystal drops on your layout. Practice off to the side a little bit. I always do every time I pick up a bottle of it, and just make sure there's no air bubbles and that you have like the control that you want. So I'm stamping the date, and I thought I might be done here. I decided that I wanted some white dots on the background too. These will be very subtle because the background's a very light color. And what I have is in a fine line bottle, I have some white paint, and it works really well for adding fine little details. I've had this and used it on several layouts in the past and just remembered I had it, so I'm adding some little dots with it. Using acrylic paint like this gives just the tiniest bit of dimension, so I think it's a really fun look. A little bit different than splatters and obviously more controlled, and since I did the dots of the Nuvo drops, I thought this would work well with it. So I have tons of close-up photos coming at the end because there are lots of little details to see, and you'll be able to see those crystal drops a little bit better and all of the little white dots as well, so you can see how pretty those look. Thank you so much for watching. I hope that you found some inspiration here and that you are enjoying your November kits. Be sure to head over to the Hip Kit Club website where you can find all of these products, December's kits, which are awesome, and much, much more. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope to see you here again soon.